but...
Sure you've seen it change a lot since then too. Now through here, this is called the Bay of Martyrs. And now we're coming into the Bay of Islands. So a beautiful little shallow reef shoulders onto the Bay of Islands. Great diving down here. Lots of great for snorkeling and scuba diving. Fair amount of seafish, seafood I should say. There's great for crayfish, abalone, squid, and then a large variety of fish as well.
We were down here last night.
Okay.
But we arrived absolutely at sunset. I got an absolutely superb picture from that point.
Yeah, it's a very spectacular little point.
We just couldn't believe our luck.
So over here on the right we have the boat ramp, said to be the steepest boat ramp in the southern hemisphere. So this bay sort of also gets the nickname of Boat Bay. Alrighty guys, we'll do a bit of a climbing turn here. We'll come around and we'll get you some good shots on the other side.
What a great way to make a living.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice office, isn't it?
I just zoomed in on that steep boat ramp for you.
How long are you guys over here in Australia for?
About a month.
A month, okay.
Yeah, we're coming to the end now. We've just got 3 days in Melbourne and then we're off to Singapore for a couple of days.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How have you enjoyed your trip?
Oh, it's been amazing. Better than we dared hope.
Ah, excellent. What parts of Australia have you been to?
Started in Sydney.
Yep.
And then we went on to Brisbane and Darwin and Perth, Adelaide. Melbourne, we're going to Melbourne,
yep.
And then just back to Sydney to fly out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done a good circumnavigation then of the country.
Fantastic.
Clockwise,
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's been nice and warm up in Darwin for you?
Yeah, it was brilliant in Darwin. We loved it.
Excellent.
In fact, we've loved everywhere. We can't choose a favourite at the moment. We've just loved all the warm weather and the sunshine.
Yep.
Can't remember when we had any.
Did you get up to Kakadu while you were in Darwin, or?
No, we didn't.
No? Okay.
No, we went to Litchfield.
Litchfield's very beautiful too.
Yeah.
Saw some nice big salty crocodiles, did you?
No, we didn't see any crocodiles.
You didn't see any crocs?
No.
Ah.
And we haven't seen an emu yet, so I'm disappointed about that.
Haven't seen an emu? Ah, okay.
See if you can emu spot for me.
Yeah, don't have a... Oh, actually, you probably would have come past it last night. There's a place called Tower Hill, which is just on the west side of Warrnambool.
Yeah.
That's an old, actually extinct volcano, which they've made into a national park.
Oh, yeah.
And there's actually quite a large population of emus in there. You can almost always see emus in there.
Ah, okay. We saw a koala walking along the side of the road.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we stopped and had a chat with him, and then he ran up a tree. But that was the first time we'd seen one in the wild. So
oh, right,
lovely.
okay.
Very thrilling.
When you head further east towards Melbourne, if you head down towards the Cape Otway Lighthouse, actually there's the road in there is actually overpopulated with koalas.
Oh, really?
You'll often see cars just pulled over by the side of the road, and a lot of the trees are dead because there's actually too many koalas there. They're actually eating the foliage faster than it can regenerate, so
right.
they don't know really what to do with them because they don't really survive well when they repatriate them in other areas. So.
No, they just seem to spend their lives eating and sleeping, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. They sleep about 21 hours a day. They sleep, so.
Know why you love koalas?
I can't hear you.
Now I know why you love koalas.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, there's not much nutrients in the gum leaves in the eucalypt, so they have to stay fairly sedentary.
Yeah, don't have a lot of energy.
No.
We spent the night at Pebble Point last night. We were the only people in there.
Oh, really?
It was amazing.
Oh, wow. Well, I live just nearby there at Princetown, the little town nearby, so.
Yeah.
I used to live in Port Campbell here, but now I've moved down the road down to Princetown.
Very handy for your job.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. I've never actually lived in the country before this. I've always sort of lived in the cities, and yeah, it's been quite a welcome change actually.
Oh, I bet it has.
My wife still lives in Melbourne, so when I go home on my weekends, I seem to grumble about traffic lights and traffic jams and things like that. So. Got to get used to this slower life down here.
Yeah. We were amazed how few cars there were on the road yesterday when we were coming from Adelaide.
Right, okay.
We went for ages without seeing anyone. It was
really?
wonderful.
Yeah. It's amazing because it was a public holiday yesterday too. So.
Yeah, another one.
Another one, yeah.
We seem to get a lot of those.
Well, we haven't got as many as we used to. Actually, they took a lot off us. I think we only have 9 now, so... So they all sort of come around this time of the year, so obviously in the warmer weather it sort of makes sense.
We don't have any quiet times on our roads anymore. They're busy all the time, even in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
So it's a real joy to come here and have a chance to look around while you're driving as well.
Yeah, totally. So down here you'll get a nice shot of the cave. So we've got Thunder Cave, and then we've got the blowhole over to the right. And then again we have this island here, the one that the Lockhart actually crashed into. And you'll notice the island looks a bit like a big seahorse in shape. Then the Lockhart Gorge is tucked up right behind there, the one with the beach at the top. So now we're back into the Apostles. So big fella with the grass on the top is our number 1 Apostle this way. The little one in the shade at the back, we do count him as well, even though he's pretty small these days, so he's number 2. Number 3 stands on his own. Then a set of 4 together brings us to 7, and then the 8th one is just before the lookout there. Now, as you can see, normally the wave action scours away at the rock benches and they get eroded away to a small little base. But the last one we lost actually toppled over, and that's that one you can see second out from the lookout, that pile of rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And that one toppled over back in 2005. That's the last apostle we lost.
Oh.
Then we have the 2 features on the eastern side of the lookout, and you would have seen those when you went down to Gibson Steps.
Yeah.
These 2 we call Gog and Magog.
Sorry, where's Gibson?
Gibson Steps is right there.
Yeah,
So again, not part of the apostle count. Actually, we'll extend a little bit longer. We've got a bit of time. We'll have.
Can we just point that way?
Yeah,
The only reason I'm saying is that I'm getting an awful lot of reflection of the sun off the water.
Sure.
I mean, until I get home and put it through all the systems. But
Sure. That's why I say to people when it's like this, when actually out this way where the clouds, that's actually where we get our best photos. So everybody always waits for the sun to come out, and I always say, you're not going to get great photos with the sun like that. So there you go, I'll fly over the top of your Pebble Point. So this is where you were.
Oh, right.
So where you can see your little tents down there.
All right.
That's Pebble Point.
Oh, wow, yeah. Fantastic.
And that's the town, the Princetown right behind there. So that's where I live.
You got bed yet?
Oh, look, there's a truck. There's a truck picking up
truck.
the car.
Oh, right.
Fantastic. That worked well.
To get a picture of it.
You got a problem with your car, have you?
Yeah, we've sprung a leak in the coolant.
Oh, right.
We were hoping he'd come while we were up in the air and get started. Looks like he's expecting to take it away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There we go, guys. So I'll just put the internal camera back on. So thanks for coming along, guys. Hope you enjoyed your flight. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
That was absolutely great, and you'll be on the internet pretty soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Nolan
brilliant.
Richard, safely back on the ground.
Very good.